What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Today we have massive unboxing number 19 for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Super excited to get into today's massive unboxing, everybody. We have about 20 models in this massive unboxing, and I'm super excited for it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you guys so much for being here. So glad to already be back to another massive unboxing. Came along a little bit quicker than the previous ones, but super excited regardless. Like I said, we have about 20 models in here today. Super excited. This unboxing is going to entail of mainly pre-orders. I believe there's only one model that is not a pre-order, which is super cool. So I'm really excited to get into this. We have multiple brands, multiple retailers, multiple molds, I should say, different aircraft types, if you will, and everything in between. I'm super excited to get into today's unboxing, and I'm not going to waste any further time, everybody. We're going to get started with the top box right here, as this came in first, and then we'll just take it from there. So with all that being said, let's get into it, everybody. Alrighty guys, so the first box comes from the RM Models store. Super excited to get this one on property here. We have some really cool models in here. I'm very excited for it. So with all of that being said, I'm going to move you guys up. Unfortunately, the shotgun microphone makes this kind of hard to do, but we're all right. So with all that being said, let's get into this box. Again, super excited to get these models on property. Some of these were announced back in October, which is crazy to think that they're just now getting in stock. Not trying to cut towards myself, but sometimes it kind of happens. And since this is mainly pre-orders, not near as many boxes as what we had in Massive Unboxing 17. So excited to get into this regardless though, like I said. Now I hope you guys enjoyed the previous Massive Unboxing, which was that Shapeways exclusive. But yes, so as we get the box opened up here we go into the box. And we have the packing paper as per usual. I think packing paper works pretty well from my observations. Also bubble wrap's pretty good. So here we go, getting into this, boys. So beginning over here on the left, if it will come out, we have the Panda Models RM Model Store exclusive Allegiant Airbus A319 with fence tips and A320 with sharklets in the new colors. Super excited to get into these. I've been so excited for these models, and it's absolutely awesome. Just take a look at that box design, man. That's absolutely beautiful. And then on the other side of this box right here, we have the NG Models United Airlines aircraft. We have a Boeing 737-900 and 757-200. I'm going to start with the NGs because those have been waiting for quite a while, so really excited to get into these, everybody. Let's do it. Alrighty boys, so beginning right here with the NG Models United Airlines Evo Blue aircraft. I've been really excited for these. On the left we have the Boeing 737-900ER. I've been waiting for a very long time for a new 737-900 for United Airlines, so I'm really excited to get this one. This will also be my first model with the Collector's Reward Plan card, which I'm really excited about. And then my second will be the 757-200 here on the right. I did decide to get this. I could have passed, but I think that getting an Evo 757, I mean, just look at that CGI, man. That thing is absolutely beautiful. So how are we passing up on that? So really excited for these. We'll start with the 737-900 here and go from there. Alrighty boys, here we go. Our first model of Massive Unboxing 19 is the United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the 1:400 scale by NG Models in the Evo Blue colors. Again, super excited to get this model. Been waiting for one of these, so I'm really excited that we finally have it. So here we go. Boeing 737-900, we have the CGI, the United 737-900 right here. A beautiful box design with the Evo Blue Continental Globe Tail and then into the dots, which is really cool. United right here, November 38417, and then we have the NG Models logo 1:400, the Boeing licensing, all that fun stuff. Here's the left side, the top of the box, the right side, and the bottom, which is gray rather than, well, they're both gray, I guess. And then here's the back. Pretty solid box. I would say NG's done some better ones, but this one's still very good to say the least. Not complaining whatsoever. So with all that being said, everybody, very hopeful for a good model here with the United Airlines Boeing 737-900ER by NG Models. Let's do this. Looking really nice. Again, have been super excited to add more Evo Blue aircraft to my collection. So let's take a look and see if we have a good model into, oh, I didn't mean for it to come out with the plastic, but we are looking good. Alrighty everybody, so here we go with the United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the Evo Blue colors by NG Models. This is looking absolutely amazing. Let's get into this unit. Beginning up here at the front, we have the cockpit windows along with the nose cone. Then we have the nose landing gear and the nose landing door, pardon me. We have the Star Alliance logo, which wasn't on one of the original photographs, so I'm glad that mine has it and everybody else's too. We have the L1 boarding door, and then of course we have the gray here of the underbelly, which looks really nice. Here's the United Airlines billboard titles. I think the shade of blue is really nice. Well done by NG Models right there. We have the first antenna and then the emergency wing exits as well. Here is the engine right here, the CFM56. That looks really nice. Here's the underneath landing gear, the main landing gear I should say, looking really good. Here is the winglet, again, really nice proportions. Glad that that looks really nice, really happy with that. Here's the Wi-Fi dome and SATCOM box. I think they did a really good job here as well, well done. Then we have the unique door at the 737-900 right there, the emergency exit. Then we have the registration November 38417, the United States flag, the L2 door back here, along with the United Airlines Evo Blue tail. Absolutely amazing model right here. Super happy with it, pardon me. Again, and then we have the baggage door loaders, or baggage doors, I should say, not loaders, but the baggage doors right here on the back as well. Absolutely phenomenal aircraft. Here is a look at the top of the airplane. That looks really nice. They did a good job right there. And then taking a look at the bottom, really nice. We got our 3 antennas and some good detail. Not too much, but sometimes it's all the more you need. Absolutely beautiful model here by NG Models, and we also have my very first collector reward plan card. I'm going to be doing a segment at the end of the video putting these into the computer and going for the details on that, so that's where you guys can expect that. We should have 5 in this video. So here's the front. Obviously you have the paragraph with all the details there. You can read it if you'd like, pause the read. There it is. Obviously you have the January 1, 2022, and on the back you have a QR code, the ID number, or number of the card, which 23,000. Wow, that, or 2,300, my bad. That is incredible. They have it all the way up into the 100,000s. And then we have the code, which you should be able to peel this off, but we'll try that here in a little bit. So very excited for that. Overall though, absolutely amazing model, and I'm super glad to have this United 737 in my collection. Next up the bat is this United Airlines Boeing 757-200 right here. I did decide to get this, like I said. I even went for the Continental Glove NG models because I've been wanting to get a Continental Glove for a long time, but that NG one came out right after I got the good deal on the Gemini Jets one in Mass Unboxing 17, so what can I say? But we'll be seeing that model in a little bit. For the moment though, we have the Evo Blue 757. Really excited to use this aircraft for charters, Phoenix, Storyline, and all my other model airports. This is going to be absolutely awesome. So here we go with the box. Kind of similar, although this has the Evo Blue position in a different place. We also have the lines here stretching across in a little bit more of a curved manner right here, which is really nice. Boeing 757-200, United Airlines CGI the 75, United Airlines November 48127, pardon me, I can't talk. NG models 1-400 Boeing licensing, and of course this the beautiful 757 box. I haven't had a 757 from NG in quite a while. It has been a moment. I'm trying to think of the last time I've had a United 757 from NG, but it's probably been several months. There was probably one in Mass Unboxing number 16, but it's been a little bit. But regardless, super excited to get into this Boeing 757. It has been a while, like I said, so with all that being said, let's do this. Here we go with the United 757 and the collector, or the card. I was so excited for the model, I forgot to get the card. So let's see where they place it on the 757. Okay, so I guess they just started in the underbelly right there, or the underneath section. So here's another card. We've seen them. This one is 2,800, which is pretty cool. But here we go with the model, trying to stay away from the microphone so you guys can hear me pretty good. Hopefully not broken, of course. The NG75s, for the most part, over the last couple of years have been pretty good. And I would say that we are probably in good shape with this United. Wow. Alrighty everybody, and right here we have the United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in Evo Blue colors. That 737-900 was already amazing by itself, but being a huge 757 fan as well, nothing against 737 of course, but I really like the 757, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. Let's get into the details, y'all. Beginning up here with the cockpit windows right here, and then we also have the nose cone, which is really nicely done here on the NG mold. I really like it. Then we have the Star Alliance slogan, and I believe this says connecting the world, uniting the world, something along those lines. Nose landing gear, NG mold, it just looks super nice. So glad to have it. Here's the L1 boarding door as well, and then transitioning in, we have the big United Airlines billboard titles right here. Then we have the underbelly, of course, with the really cool gray. Personally, this livery, I think it's absolutely amazing. I really like it. Here's the L2 door along with the 2 antennas as well. Here's our Rolls-Royce engines. I believe they look really good. These should be the RB211s, I think. Hopefully I got those right, but really nice engines regardless. Here's the main landing gear as well. Absolutely beautiful. And then here is the scimitar winglets. Now, for a long time, I honestly didn't even know the difference, but the scimitar winglets obviously had the pointy tip here and are more fuel efficient. I don't have many of these. I believe my Herart here's have them, and I probably have a couple others, but this one's definitely one of the ones I do have, which is really cool. Then on the other side, we also have the scimitar right there and the beautiful Evo. Transitioning back here, we have the emergency exits here, along with some phenomenal wing detail. The 739 had that as well. I kind of forgot to put that out, my bad, but flaps, slats, spoilers, all that fun stuff. It looks really nice. Then back here we have the rest of the main cabin area. We have the Wi-Fi box up here, And we have a antenna down here as well, along with some static ports, something along those lines. Not sure exactly what they are, but they look good. November 48127. And then we have the United Airlines Evo Blue tail right there, painting into the APU with the beautiful stripe on the livery. On the other side of the aircraft, we can also see that we have the luggage doors as well, and then just the beautiful detail of the whole livery replicated. Top of the aircraft also looks good. There's a better look at those wings that are really nicely detailed. And then taking a look at the bottom of the aircraft, you can obviously see pretty good detail here from NG Models, of course, with all those aerials and all that fun stuff. Well done by NG Models. Absolutely beautiful aircraft. So glad to have in my collection. Proceeding into these Panda model exclusives right here of the Allegiant Air Airbus A319 and A320. Big props to the RM Model Store for making these exclusives happen. We've been seeing a ton of exclusives over the last couple years here from these retailers, and it's been super cool to see these. I think these are going to be absolutely amazing aircraft. As you can see, the boxes line up with the awesome sun emblem, and I think they did a really good job representing this. So we do have the A319-100 here on the left, November 334. November Victor. I do believe I have seen this aircraft. I'm not sure how many times, but I have seen its sister ships quite a few times. I think 332 is the one I've seen a lot, so that's really cool. And on the right side, we have the Airbus A320 with Sharklets, November 255, November Victor. I believe I have seen this aircraft, which is super cool. Landing at Tulsa, I believe, so that's absolutely awesome. But obviously, 319 has fence tips in the new colors, which has been a plane I've been looking for such a long time. The A320 has Sharklets in new livery. I've obviously had the Gemini for a couple years now, but I'm not going to shy away from an awesome replacement here with this Panda Models mold. So with all that being said, I'm going to start with the 320 because I'm really excited for 319, but we'll take it from there. So here we go. Here we go with the Allegiant Air Airbus A320. You have the Airbus A320-200 across the top, half of the sun. Then you have the Allegiant here with the Sharklets, the CGI. November 255, November Whiskey 1-4 Indigo die-cast model aircraft. Once again, this is a Panda Models exclusive. I think we'll probably see some branding on the back, but again, these exclusives are super cool. Definitely, it's going to take some big budgeting to make these happen, so really appreciate these happening here from the RM Model Store. Then we have the specifications here on the background, and actually, I don't think we have any Panda Models branding on these at all, which is pretty crazy, but also the sun kind of hanging out here in the back, which is very nice. So with all that being said, very excited to get into this A320. I think this is my very first Panda Airbuses, which is really cool. I'm really eager to see how this mold is, and I'm really eager to see how it's going to be encompassed. But from what I've seen online, it looks really nice, so I'm really excited to get into it. So here we go. Wow, okay, that color, I was not expecting it to be that good, but that, from initial glance, is absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I have seen some QC issues with these, and yep, that is very unfortunate. That is a really tough paint chip. Golly, that is one of the worst I've ever seen. That is really bad. That is very unfortunate. But outside that, the aircraft's in good shape. Again, this happens, but you know, what can I say? Okay, I just got to encompass this. I was looking at it closer. Look at that coming off. Super unfortunate, man. Yikes. And also at the same time, an engine comes off here for the Allegiant as well. That is super unfortunate, man. Again, what can I say with QC nowadays? Well, what can I say? Very unfortunate. I do want to see the 319s coming broken too, because I'm really excited for this plane, and I would rather, since that one's deassembled, if this one's going to come broken too, I'd rather just get a picture of both of them right now. Pop top on this guy. Hopefully it's not broken. I'm not trying to quote CLT-13, but JetBlue 321. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now with this. You guys are killing me.
You guys are killing me.
What is this? This one's not really wanting to come out. The engines are firm, at least. I didn't want to touch them because obviously that's how the last one broke, but you guys are killing me though. Man, what is this? Come on, man. Sorry guys, man, that sucks. Alrighty boys, so right here we have whatever that is. That's super unfortunate right there. Some awful paint chips. I mean, this is where I'm going to draw the line here because, you know, Panda's been really good with QC. I haven't had any issues, but this is definitely a very unfortunate sequence because, as you guys can clearly see right here, this is not it. I mean, broken engines, bad paint chips, broken wings. We're just going to... Just like that, boys, and man, very unfortunate. You guys can probably see that 320's paint chip. I'm sorry, that's gonna have to be returned. Hopefully, if I can get a replacement, because I normally don't like to be a pain, but I mean that's just bad. And in the engine too. I mean, just like, come on, man. Very unfortunate. We're going to start with the 320. We're going to run through it, and there'll be a replacement that comes in some video at some point. But for now, let's just run through this. Alrighty, boys, so here we go with the absolutely beautiful Allegiant Air Airbus A320 right here by the Panda Models Model Store exclusive, pardon me. I mean, when this thing's assembled, there's no debating that the color's amazing, the mold looks super good, the CFM engines look really nice. I'm a really big fan. The nose, I mean, the landing gear. I'm a big fan when this thing comes assembled, so I'm not going to try to take my frustrations out. We've seen broken model after broken model. It's redundant at this point, so let's just hop into the model and take a look at this beauty. Beginning up here at the front, we have the cockpit windows right here and the nose cone that look really nice, much better than the Gemini iteration. Really happy with it. Here's the L1 boarding door along with the nose landing gear right here that looks really nice, and the antenna. Here's the Allegiant Air billboard titles. Again, the color is absolutely phenomenal. This is spot on. Really happy with the color right here. Our model store and Panda Models did an awesome job developing this. Really nice work. Here's the CFM engine. I think it may be just a touch, and I mean just the smidge too big, but I'm not complaining whatsoever. Really nice job. It makes the Gemini one look like an absolute joke, and it's going to be awesome. I don't want to say replacement. I'll probably keep my Gemini, but it really makes it work well, so really happy with that. Here's the emergency exits right here, and as you can see, that nasty paint chip right there from the wing. Again, it's very unfortunate because obviously this is not something that the consumer wants to go through every time, but you can just see that that's not it, man. Nope, it's not. And this isn't anything against anybody, just how shipping works. That was a USPS shipment, so what can I say? Here's the emergency exits right here, or the emergency exit escape path, I guess you should call it. And then we also have the slats, flaps, speed brakes, all that fun stuff. Here is the winglet, right? Sharklet, I should say. This is really nicely done too. This is really good printing, well done by Panda. That is awesome. There's the main landing gears and the antennas as well. Really nice swoop from the orange, yellow into the blue right here. Really good job. This is November 255, November Victor. And then, of course, we have the L2 door right here. This antenna, which is looking good. And then we have the Allegiant Air tail. Again, super nice work right here. This side is, as you can tell, that's just not it, man. I mean, yes, I can glue it. We'll see what happens. I may do it, but yeah, super unfortunate right there. But again, it's still a pretty nice model, and I'm very happy to have it in the collection. Here's the top of the aircraft. Again, super detailed. Really nice work here with the Panda mold. Initial impressions are really good. And here's the bottom of the aircraft as well. Overall, really nice. Just hopefully it comes assembled when we get the replacement. But yeah. Next in line right here, we have the Allegiant Air Airbus A319, the new colors with fence tips. I am so excited to finally have this model on property. This one probably doesn't need to go back. The paint chip, I believe, is on the other side, but we'll take a look. But it's not noticeable for the moment, so that's the good news. So let's get into this beauty. Beginning up here, we have the cockpit windows along with this hazard right here. L1 boarding door and the nose landing gear. Again, phenomenal work by Panda. This is really good. Then we have the antenna and the Allegiant Air billboard titles. Cannot say enough good things about the color. Very happy with it. It comes out really nicely on camera as well, so looks really good. Here's the CFM engine once again. Again, I think it may be just a smidge. It's too big, but honestly not bad at all. Really happy with the development right there. Here's the fence tip. Really nicely done. Of course, painted on the inside and outside, unlike that Aero Classics version, which is nice. Nothing against that one, just what it is. And then we have the emergency exits right here with the pad right there, along with our flaps, splats, speed brakes, all that fun stuff. Here's the transitioning from the orange into the yellow into the blue, November 334 November Victor, pardon me. 2 antennas, and then the Allegiant Air tail into the APU as well. Again, super nice work right here. Very pleased with the progression right here. Yeah, I mean, it's really not that noticeable on either side, so I'm not complaining. This definitely would be fine to keep. Here's a look at the top of the aircraft. Again, really nice details through the wings right here, and then into the bottom of the aircraft. Again, awesome details, really nicely printed and just assembled. This was really nice. So despite the QC issues, these are absolutely amazing. Hopefully I'll be able to get a replacement for the 320, especially because that ain't it, man. That's just not. So with all that being said though, really happy with that, and let's take it into our next box. Next in line right here, we have a really cool retro model. This is my first purchase from Funny Airplane Models. I've seen some pretty solid things about them online, so I decided this would be a great time to try them off their eBay page. And I also have been wanting this model for getting prepared for retro projects for definitely a while now. So really excited to have this one. This is going to be a really cool plane for the collection, and I think you guys will really like it. I think this is my 3rd one from this airline, so really excited for this. It's going to be awesome. So first impressions from the Funny Airplane Model store. Hopefully it goes well. So let's take a look. So beginning with newspaper right here and some packing peanuts. I'm going to lift this up because I don't want to make a complete mess here. Not a bad packing method. I definitely approve of this. And then the small box will be right here. I don't see any invoice or anything, which is perfectly fine. Most retailers nowadays don't even do invoices. It's all digital at this point. Again, perfectly fine. Just clarifying and really nicely wrapped. This is really good. As you can see, going through multiple layers of newspaper here. Still going, and there it is. Right here, everybody, we have our only non-pre-order of this video. This is the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale Northwest Airlines Bombardier Acer CRP-200 in the final livery. I'm really excited to have this aircraft in my collection. I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about my plans, but I'm really excited to say that I definitely have retro airports in the future of content and my collecting journey, which I'm really excited about. And this is definitely going to be one asset for that. These flew into Tulsa a ton from the 90s into the 2000s before they merged with Delta. We got these from Memphis, Detroit, and Minneapolis. So it was really cool to see a lot of these, and I'm really excited to be able to use it. And again, another awesome regional jet for the collection. Got a great deal on it, so really happy to have it. So here we go. Gemini Jets, we got the big NWA logo right here. Not really typical, so really cool. Northwest Airlink Bombardier Acer CRP-200 made for collectors by collectors, 1:400 scale. This is a fairly typical box, fairly normal, not too much deviation to it, but again, really excited to have this in the collection. I would really like to get a bowling shoe, but unfortunately there's no such thing right now. Yikes. So hopefully maybe one day. 2006 release, so this is definitely a little bit older, but again, really excited for it. First pamphlet of the day right here. Here it is. If you'd like to pause to read that, feel free to. There it is. And here's the model inside. I think there's a tinted plastic tray. If that's the actual color, gonna be a little dark, but again, sometimes you gotta make do with what you have. And Gemini Jets, there goes my phone, has had some issues over the years regardless. So with all that being said, here we go with the Northwest Airlink CRJ-200. First thing I'm wondering is if we'll have one of those don't push downs papers, and we do not. Here is the aircraft inside. Let's see if it's the plastic tray. It may have that color to it. All right, it does. I kind of forgot about that, but that's all right. I'm not complaining because I was the one that purchased it, and there it is. But the tray definitely still has the tint to it. It's kind of hard to see it, but you can kind of see it, but yes. And here we go right here with the Northwest Airlink Bombardier Acer CRP-200 in the final Northwest Airlines livery. Really, really nice model right here. Again, super excited to continue to develop my retro fleet, and I'm super excited to have this aircraft in the collection. Let's do the review. Alrighty, beginning up here with the cockpit windows right here. Now, I think this is probably the title that says operated by Peninsula. It's something along those lines, like Peninsula, not Peninsula, but like I don't know how to say it. I'll put it on the screen, but there it is. Then you have the L1 boarding door right here, and then you got the Northwest Airlink titles right here. I personally prefer the bowling shoe, but I still think this is a really nice livery. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think Aero Classics did do a better job with the color on their recent Airbus A319 release, but again, not here to complain, just analyzing. And then we have the exit door right there as well, that looks great. Then we have the little escape pad there for that. Then we have the flaps, slats, all that good stuff here on the wing. And then here is the winglet, obviously in the red color, which looks really nice here. Here's the main landing gear as well that are detailed, and some bottom side detail. The wing that looks really nice. That big Gemini logo, how about that? Here's the engines. These are I think maybe maybe they're GEs. I think that's how you, maybe I think CR9s have them. I'm not completely sure. In fact, thanks Gemini Jets for having your awesome boxes, because I can actually tell you guys what these are. These are GECF3431Bs. I think the other RJs, the newer ones especially, have slightly different variations, but these are kind of what CRJ uses, is these GEs, which is really cool. Registration November 8891 Alpha. I believe this one's probably still flying, which is very cool. Probably was maybe Endeavor, SkyWest or Endeavor for sure. I think Endeavor. And then we have the U.S. flag right there, kind of hard to see with that shadow. And then there is the luggage door right there as well. Here's the tail that looks really nice. Again, really cool livery here for Northwest for their final one. I really like to see non-Euro white sometimes, so this is great. Biggest gripe with this model, I think the mold's phenomenal. The color, now there's a chance this could have faded. There was nothing in the product description about it, but I think this is legitimately how they looked. It didn't look the best online, but again, like I said, sometimes you just got to make do with what you have. Taking a look at the top of the aircraft, not too much detail up there, just pretty simple. We have a little deal right there, but that's pretty much it. And the bottom, we have the beautiful big Gemini Jets logo, but outside of that, it is rather, yeah, just not very much to say. Super happy to have this addition to the collection. Well done, and thank you to the Funny Airplane Model Store for doing a great job here. Well done. Alrighty, into our next box. This one comes from the Midwest Model Store. This is the Gemini Jets October, November releases. Very glad to finally get these. It took a little bit, but hey, it happens. I understand. So again, Midwest Model Store does an awesome job. Feel free to use the coupon code Redriveraviation at checkout if you're looking for any models from there. Again, I think they do an awesome job. They have literally everything that you would want. So feel free to check them out. They do a great job. So with all that said, here we go into the box, and we should have about 5 airplanes in here, beginning with number 1, if I can get it out. Doesn't really want to come out here, but we have the Delta Connection Bombardier Acer Day-700 third release. I did decide to go for this aircraft, mainly just because it's a regional jet, and who doesn't want another one? So that's kind of the situation there with Delta. Next up, we have I got two American Eagle Embraer J-145 Piedmont aircraft. I decided to get 2 of these because they are going to retire at some point, so more particularly for Envoy, but they'll also retire for PSA as well here in the near future, and I thought that this was a pretty plentiful amount. So 2 will be great. It'll give me a total of 6, and that should do me for the Life Day 145 into retro airport updates for Dallas at some point, well down in the future. And plus I have all those other old liveries, so I can definitely do a hybrid style if I want to. Next up, we have sorry guys, my bad. Next up, we have my very first B52 from Barksdale Air Force Base. Really excited to have this aircraft on deck. Absolutely beautiful airplane. I think they did a really good job with this mold. And again, I told you guys I was expanding on my military fleet, and this is one asset to do as such. So really excited to have that. We do have an invoice down here at the bottom. And last but certainly not least, we have the absolutely beautiful, in my opinion, down here deep in the box. Here she comes, boys. The Air Canada Airbus A220-300 in the 30 years retro livery. It's some sort of retro regardless. I think it's their 30-year retro though. But again, super excited. So Gemini just release is coming in strong. We're going to start with the Delta and just kind of work through it. So let's do it. Alrighty, boys, so here we go with the Delta Connection Bombardier Acer J-700, the third release from Gemini Jets. I've actually never reviewed the Delta CR7. I have reviewed the 900, but here we go with the 700. So we have the Gemini Jets made for collectors by collectors. A CR7 right here with aerials, which is pretty cool. Bombardier Acer J-700, Delta Airlines. Now, there's not a ton of these floating around for Delta left. SkyWest has, I think, only 5, and Endeavor, I think, has about 20. So we're not seeing a ton of these left here for Delta. A lot of them, I think, have went over to American Eagle in one form or another between SkyWest, I think, maybe PSA. I think, I think PSA may have got a couple, but I know for sure SkyWest has. But here's the back of the box, pretty simple. So looking really nice. And of course, we have the pamphlet of the CRJ 700. If you'd like to read it, there it is. And then we have the aircraft right here inside. Again, it's been a while since I've got Delta CR7. I do have the 2 of the 2015. I did not get the 2018 because money, and it wasn't the best model in the world. So we are rocking with the third release, November 391 Charlie Alpha. And plastic kind of flying all around, but here it is. That looks really, really good. I'm really happy with that. Horizontal stabilizers on point. That one's really good. That is probably the best RJ I've got of the year. Alrighty, boys, here's the third release Delta Connection Bombardier Acer J-700. I am really impressed. This thing looks really, really good. I'm really happy with this. Let's take a look. Beginning right here, we have the cockpit windows along with some details down here. This is the Endeavor Air sticker, which being able to see that from a glance is really cool. Then we have the nose landing gear right here. SkyTeam logo, L1 boarding door. Here's the Delta Connection titles, which look really nice. A really nice job there, Gemini. You guys did really good with that. Here's the emergency exit right here. Of course, we have the padding for that as well. All of our wing detail, of course, pretty simple here on the RJ. Nicely spaced out landing gear. That is a complete W right there. November 391 Charlie Alpha. Here's the engines. These are CEs or GEs as well, I believe. And then the Delta tail with beautiful horizontal stabilizers. That is literally perfect. Why you couldn't do it on the CRJ 900, it blows my mind. But really, really nice to see her here on the CR7. This is an absolutely beautiful plane. It's such a shame that there's not more of these flying. But if you want a really nice Delta CRJ, this is the one to go for. Taking a look here at the top of the aircraft, also looking really nice, and then panning over to the bottom, really nice detail, some baggage loader or doors as well, pardon me. Really, really good. This is absolutely phenomenal. If you're looking for a nice Delta regional jet, this is definitely the one to go for in terms of quality. I haven't decided if I'm going to get the RJ2 yet or not, but honestly, with how this one turned out, I may just have to, because Gemini, you're kind of killing it, I'm not going to lie, but there's other regards that you're not, especially prices. But with all that being said, let's take it into the American Eagle. Next in line right here, we have the American Eagle Embraer ERJ-145 operated by Piedmont Airlines. This is the second overall American Eagle Embraer 145 release. We did have a 2015 Envoy release, which was really cool, right after Envoy Airlines rebranded from American Eagle Airlines, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So, yes, here we go with the Piedmont 145. This particular aircraft, number 306 Kilo Charlie, I think recently got retired, which is unfortunate. Now, again, I don't really mind that too much as long as the model's good and I can use it on my model airports. That's kind of what I'm going for. But hey, another American 145, I'm not complaining. And a lot of people wanted this, so I'm really happy and I don't mind getting more. So here we go. Gemini jets made for collectors by collectors. Here's the CGI right here. Embraer 145, American Eagle 1400 scale die-cast model aircraft. Kind of looks tinted on the box. I don't think the model's going to be the same story. I think we're going to be looking good. This is GJAL2305. I think I paid maybe $35 for these. I think it was something in that ballpark. Here's the back of the box as well. 2021, you had the American Airlines trademark back there and all the Gemini socials and everything. They are back on Twitter too, which is pretty cool. Here is the pamphlet right here. Feel free to pause to read. And there's the aircraft. That color looking really, really nice. Reminds me a lot of the CRJ 900 done in April of 2021, slightly about, less than a year ago. But here we go with the Embraer 145 here for Piedmont. Again, this is going to be very comparable to the first release I'm anticipating, maybe even a little bit better of a color. And taking the plastic off, here we go with Piedmont. And yeah, really nice. Maybe just a touch of tint, but honestly not bad. It looks really, really good. Let's take a look. Actually, on a side note, I'm going to get the second one out because I'm here, and yes, make sure that we're in good shape here with the second Piedmont, and it appears we are. And here we have the American Eagle Embraer ERJ-145 on the behalf of Piedmont Airlines. This model is looking really nice. Really happy to see it from initial glance. Let's take a look. Beginning right here with the cockpit windows, then we have the Piedmont titles right here. We have the nose landing gear right here as well. L1 boarding door, and then we have the Oneworld logo along with the American Eagle titles right here. Very nice work right here. Then we have the emergency exit door with the escape pad right there, and the Embraer wings, which we don't have winglets on these. This is not an XR, but it still looks nice. There's the main landing gear as well. Very unique pivoting landing gear for the Embraer 145. Really cool asset of the aircraft. Definitely want to experiment with that in Flight Simulator a little bit, or rather I should say go for some buttered touchdowns. These aircraft are very capable of having very smooth touchdowns, which is really cool. November 306 Kilo Charlie. To clarify one more time, this is a Piedmont Airlines aircraft. Envoy is the subsidiary out of Chicago and Dallas that does a lot of these Embraer 145s. You'll see these Piedmont 145s around the Charlotte and Philadelphia, and I think even Washington Reagan area a little bit, which is really cool. Here's the engines. I'm not completely sure what these are, but I have a box right here. Might as well take a look for you guys. These are AE3007 Alpha, or just A1 engines, which is really cool, and they look really nice. I like them. They're very nice. Here you have the American Eagle tail. Really nice color right here. A little vibrant, but again, not complaining whatsoever. Horizontal stabilizers, APU, and everything one would want right there. Other side of the aircraft, of course, you have all those details. Again, the luggage door is on, yes, luggage door, baggage door, whatever you like to call it, is on the other side. Here is the top of the aircraft and some nice detail right there. And here is the bottom, very small Gemini logo and some pretty good detail down there for Embraer. This is really nice. So ultimately, another great model from Gemini Jets. Well done. Very glad to see it right here. Next up, we have the Air Canada Airbus A220-300 in the retro Trans-Canada Airlines livery. This is an absolutely beautiful aircraft. Again, as I talked about in that one Orange County update, I decided to go for both because, I mean, they're beautiful, referring to the normal livery and this one. And this livery I was for sure going to get because it's beautiful. And I've really enjoyed building up some additional airlines in the fleet. So here we go with Air Canada. We have the Gemini jets made for collectors by collectors. Here's the aircraft right here. Airbus A220-300 Air Canada 1/400 scale. Again, pretty generic box here for them, not too much to go over. ACA 2002 for the item number, and then GJ at the front, of course. Here's the back of the box. It's relatively simple at this point. There's not too much to iterate there. And then here is the pamphlet as well. And here is the aircraft. Now, I think the QC issues on the A220s have been better as of late since that previous one we had. But we have had some QC issues in this video, so hopefully we're not going to experience any more of those as we speak. But here we go. And yes, very nice. Alrighty, here we go with the Air Canada Airbus A220-300 in the retro Trans-Canada Airlines livery. This model is looking really nice. The color looks great. The mold's solid. Let's take a look. Beginning up here at the front with the cockpit windows and the detail up here by the nose looking really good. You obviously have plastic landing gears on this A220 mold since it's from Herpa, but again, I'm not too disappointed with this. Still looks pretty good. Here's the really cool banner right here for the Canadian flower right here. That's very nice. Then we have the Air Canada subtitles and the Canada Airlines livery, pardon me. Then we have the engine right here. These look really nice. Again, I'm not completely sure, but I'm going to clarify since I'm here. These are the Plaid & Whitney's PW 1254 G3s. My bad, I'm sorry. And they're very efficient. Really like these engines. They're really good. Here's the winglet right here as well. Really unique on the Airbus A220. Kind of looks like the 350 a little bit, but again, really, really nice. Here's the wing. Looks nice. Really happy with it. And then the stripe that goes throughout here with the emergency exit door right there with all that wing detail. Then panning over to the back, we have our aerials, which are looking good for Gemini. Wi-Fi box, 2 more antennas. Registration of, let's see, Charlie Golf, I cannot see. I'm sorry, guys. I literally cannot see. Box has been an absolute saver lately. Charlie Golf, November, Bravo, November. I thought those were the first two, but box kind of clarifies. Airbus A220-300, L2 door, and the ACA logo, which is really nice. This is Air Canada's old branding, of course. Really nice model right here. Really happy with it. Of course, baggage loaders as usual. Here is the top and then the bottom as well. Overall, phenomenal aircraft right here. Really nice job from Gemini. Very impressed. Last but certainly not least, right here we have the Gemini Max US Air Force Barksdale B52. Again, brand new mold from Gemini Jets. I'm really excited to see what this is going to encompass. This is my first B52 and one of my few militaries. I have a C-17, a C-130, and a KC-135, and some Shapeways military aircraft, and then a C-32 if you want to count that. But really interesting and really excited to get this B52 here, and excited to continue to expand on this military collection. Gemini Max made for collectors by collectors. You have this kind of oldish background, which is nice. B52 8th U.S. Air Force. Again, this is from Barksdale Air Force Base. Barksdale is around the New Orleans area, I think. I think it's down there in that area, which is nice. And again, here looking really nice. Here's the back of the box. Very simple. 2021s have been good. This was obviously the final set. Well, I guess kind of the final set, but however you want to word that. There's the B52, but first off, we have the pamphlet right there. That's looking nice. And here is the Stratus Force itself. Absolute unit. Let's get this thing out of the box, y'all. This is going to be awesome. Here we go. There it is. Very interesting design right there from the box, as they have it propped up like that, as I'm sure you guys can see. Again, very unique aircraft. You probably won't be seeing this on a ton of airport updates from me, simply because it's not ever really traveling to any of the airports I do, nor is it, I don't want to say it's rare, but it's not every day you're going to see a B-52 running into airports around the U.S. So this is kind of what we got to work with. But here it is. Very, very, very interesting. And just to clarify, I just found this bad, whatever happened there. That is super unfortunate there on the box. And here is the B-52 Stratus Force right here from Barksdale Air Force for the United States Air Force. Very, very unique airplane right here. This thing, I've seen pictures, of course, but I didn't really think about the full context of what this aircraft entails, because between short wings, very unique landing gear setup, my bad, I'm sorry, the fuselage and everything. It's just such a cool, unique aircraft. So let's dive into this new mold from Gemini Jets. Beginning right here, we have the cockpit windows, and then we have some sort of detail that's probably for Barksdale Air Force Base, but I'm not completely sure. 0034 right here as well, that's looking awesome. Then we have the, like some sort of like, what's the way to word this? Some sort of like, you know, extension off the fuselage. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but really good detail throughout here. Good job, Gemini, printing all this detail. It looks really good. Here's the landing gear, and I'll show you guys an under belly shot in a moment. Very unique. Looks really, really nice right here. Here are the engines. These are pretty unique right here. Now, these B-52s, I'm pretty sure, are fairly old aircraft, and I'm going to confirm. I'm going to give you guys some details because this is a pretty unique plane. So this is... okay, it doesn't actually say when it was made. It has 8 PW, which is Platinum Whitney, I believe, TF33P3103 engines, and 4 of them are right here in the frame. Very interesting, but very, very cool. And not all of us know about the B-52, so I'm just going to skim through this pamphlet that I showed you guys and see if there's anything that I would like to mention. and this was a replacement for the B-47. Again, not very familiar. And yeah, this was its first flight was on 15 April 1952, and it went into the service for the USAF in February of 1995. So these aircraft have been flying for a long time, to say the least. And these pamphlets, honestly, kind of took them for granted. They actually have some good information, but it does get a little old with the same aircraft. I wish they would make it unique per aircraft. Maybe talk about the airline a little bit, talk about the logistics of the aircraft, maybe what kind of routes it flies, its age, that sort of thing, what it's done for, you know, the world. And actually, it actually does talk about this aircraft a little bit. This B-52 model presented in this box is unique as it's one of the few models to arise from the dead. In order to support increasing demands of the USAF, nicknamed Wise Guys supporting Tel 60034, she's only the second B-52H to be taken out of long-term storage from the Arizona desert and returned to an active aircraft. Work on this stored 60-year-old B-52 actually began at Boneyard in Davis Montreal Air Force Base back in December of 2018. Once airworthy, she made several trips between Barksdale Air Force Base, Tinker Air Force Base, where a majority of the overhaul was done, that's right by me in Oklahoma City, and Hill Air Force Base, not completely sure where that is, but I should know, before being redelivered to Mott Air Force Base on 9 March 2021. It began its second life. Although B-52s today average around 60 years old in age and are more than most of the pilots flying them, older, my bad. With many upgrades over the years and miscellaneous maintenance, she remains a formidable force in today's skies protecting the Americas and its allies. I'm sorry that took a minute to read, but I just have to respect Gemini for putting that in the box. I was not anticipating that they were going to go into full detail about this particular registration, 60034. Gemini Jets, massive respect. I know you guys have had some, a lot of people have been wondering what's been going on to a degree, but I have to give you guys some massive respect in terms of these models that have been made, most of them being fairly good for the most part, and then just small details like this, adding a paragraph in the box about this particular aircraft, which is just absolutely awesome. Gemini, W. But I mean, I could look at this A220, and I don't think I'm going to find anything about that particular aircraft. Yes, no, I'm not, because all I'm going to see here is just what the A220's done here in the last couple of years. So while these boxes and pamphlets have some decent details, this is probably the best pamphlet I've seen, because this really gets a good balance, because it talks about the B-52, what the B-52's done in the United States, and also goes into detail about the aircraft. So Gemini Jets, big W. That is a detail I almost missed. Again, I was simply looking for the engine type and when it was delivered. Nothing about that actual aircraft. So Gemini Jets, you're gonna make me do a little bit of bird eyeing. That's very impressive. With that said, guys, let's get back into the model because it's beautiful. Okay, so here's the engines, like I said. Here's a missile here on the edge as well, and then the really unique landing gear right here. This is a very unique design. Again, this is not something you're going to see very often, but we have a little like nose dragging wheel right here on the wing, which is really cool. Not sure what the full details of that are for, nor if it has a particular purpose, but again, this is really cool. Now the engines, I believe, are also supposed to be tilting up slightly, so if you see that, I believe that is correct. Here's the wing detail as well. Again, really nice. They did a great job. Here are the back main landing gear as well, which are looking really cool, if you'd like to call them that. Really cool little, some sort of smidge, I'm not sure what that would be exactly, but pretty simple detail throughout the back here. That takes us into detail with the registration 034. I think it says 60 somewhere down there. And then we have the horizontal stabilizers, which do seem to be plastic. Again, it's all right, but what can I say? Then we have the back area. I think APU may be back there, something like that, but I'm going to slowly turn the aircraft around because this aircraft, of course, is has those wheels on the side, which makes it pretty agile. Here is the top of the aircraft. Again, very detailed, well done, Gemini Jets. Look how thin those wings are, very unique. And then the fuselage in general, I mean, that's about the same size of a CRJ, which is very impressive in my opinion. Again, I haven't done a ton of research on the B-52, but it seems really cool, and I'm super glad to finally have a model of it in my collection. I mean, this is very cool. I don't want to say I overlooked buying this aircraft, but I was like, oh, new military mold and Barksdale too, because I've heard that Air Force Base. I was like, let's get it. But there's a lot more to that B-52 than just let's buy it. So Gemini Jets, really well done. I'm really impressed. While there has been some cons, the pros, there has been more pros as of late. So Gemini, big thumbs up. Very impressed. Keep it up. Really keep the progression. The more the progression comes, the more your reputation will increase. But at the same time, price increases, it sucks because it's logistically impossible not to increase them most likely. But at the same time, you also have what's it called? That Photoshop UPS 767 winglet, and I mean, there's just a lot of things that go into that. But with all that being said, one more large box. Really excited to get into it. Let's do it. Alrighty, boys, for our last box, we have the January NG Models and Gemini Jets releases. These all come from PandaFoxToys. As I said in the last massive unboxing, or 17, I should say, I am going to be ordering from them more because they do a really good job, and they're really good. There's also been some places have stopped doing pre-orders on Gemini Jets, and PandaFoxToys, in my opinion, very good pricing, free shipping, along with the being right next to Gemini Jets in Las Vegas really makes it a convenient place to get them. So why not, is what I'm saying. So this is a large box because I believe there's 7 in here, which is exciting. We're gonna have 3 American Embraer 175s for Envoy. We're gonna have 1 United 737 MAX 8. We're gonna have the Continental Retro United 737-900 from NG, the United 757-200 Scimitar Winglet Continental Globe, and last but certainly not least, one I've been super excited for, not saying I'm not excited for all of these, but especially is the American 757-200 Oneworld Chrome by Next Generation Models, which is very exciting. So again, very large box. There is 7 models in here, and some of them are pretty big boxes. So here we go, everybody. So, oh, nice packing orientation right here. So here's our lineup of 3 American Eagle Embraer 175s. Thank you, PandaFox, for making this happen. So we're just gonna start gently getting them out. And this hopefully hasn't expired, but we're gonna see. Yeah, we should be good. We should, as long as I don't get sick. But free 5% for anybody looking for one. W61RCK, very nice. There it is, the American Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the Oneworld colors. We'll actually start with this one. Is this United? It is. United coming down, slowly but surely. There it is, very nice. A purple bottom, wow. You guys see that? That is super interesting. I've never seen that. Here's the American 757 Oneworld, absolutely beautiful. The United Airlines 757-200 Continental Globe, beautiful plane, very excited to have it. 2 more American Embraer 175s as well. Got to be stacking for the future DFW project. I could have got more, but I'll talk about that more in a moment when we get into it. And last but certainly not least, the Continental Retro United Airlines 737-900. What a unit that box was. Alrighty, so beginning right here with the American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175 to start the large box. The reason it was so large is because I got 3 of these. Now, the reason I didn't decide to get more, because you guys may know I really have aspirations and would really like one day to be able to do a full 1-400 1-to-1 replica of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. The reason I got 3 of these is because I really want to fulfill that project. I did think about getting more, but due to the fact that this is not the best model in the world, I did decide to hold at 3, and I think 3 is going to be fine for me. I would really like to get some more. The first release or potentially another release down the line. But this release, it's all right. It's not the best presenting model though. It's good enough to have 3 of them in the airport, but that's I think all that we need. So we will review one, of course, and again, super excited Gemini re-released this because it's a very popular aircraft. Last release was June 2018, I think. June 2018. So really excited to have this. Let's get into it. Alrighty, here's the American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175. I'm going to check the pamphlet because I'm really curious, but I think that B52 is a very rare situation from Gemini. Gemini Jets made for collectors by collectors. Here's the 175. This is an Envoy aircraft. Embraer 175, American Airlines. Again, this is a very simple box, pretty similar to that Piedmont box. Just insert a 175 and some different decals, and there it is. And then here is the back of the box, 2021 still on it. Now this was December 2021 through January 2022, so I'm not really complaining too much. That's pretty fair from Gemini. Here is the pamphlet. Yeah, not too much, pretty quiet right there, but still looks good. And here it is. Get ready for some wing flex. The color's still pretty good though, and then I think the nose landing gear also has some issues. So yeah, with that said, here we go into Envoy land. Interesting. Alrighty, boys, so here we have the American Eagle operated by Envoy Air Embraer ERJ-175. I did unbox the others as well, and the QC, definitely interesting. They are different in some. We'll talk about all those initial impressions, but let's get started with the review because this is a little bit better than I anticipated, but what can I say? Beginning right here with the nose cone, then we have the cockpit windows. You got the Envoy Air titles. Here's the L1 boarding door. Landing gear is one big place. Obviously, these tires are new since the last couple, which is very interesting. Now, I have seen a couple different things. The first thing I've seen is these tires looking kind of weird, which is interesting. I've also seen some bent up. I think one of mine has it kind of noticeable, but it's not too bad if you guys can kind of see that. And the other big thing is also you can see the landing gear, like hubcap, if you will. This one's kind of not has quite there. I do have one Envoy 175 I really like out of this bunch, but we'll talk with that more in a minute. Here is the Oneworld logo and then the first class area along with the American Eagle titles. Here's a rocket ship. This is the only one that's really bad. I'm referring to the engine if you guys are confused. But hey, excuse me, what can I say? Not too bad though, I guess. Here is the wing, pretty good detail right here. Wing flex on this model, as you can see, very noticeable. We'll get a head-on perspective here in a moment. Pretty unfortunate. There's the antenna and then the main landing gear. Again, tires look kind of different. I don't know what they're doing, but what can I say? November 233, November here for Envoy, and then we have the L2 door and the tail. Just like the Piedmont, this one especially, just a little bit vibrant, but still a pretty good model overall. There's the hubcap on that side, though. That looks pretty good. This side looks a little bit better indeed. Taking a look at the top and bottom. Here is the top of the aircraft looking pretty good, and then panning over to the bottom. Pretty good detail down here, pretty good. Alrighty guys, iPhone coming to the rescue. Unfortunately, my camera died and my additional batteries are really bad. I think it's time to replace some, but iPhone's gonna come in clutch. The 12 Pro Max pretty good. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, but with that said, we'll just take a look here at Envoy since it's here. We have 4 models left, so we should be good. I may try to get the camera back going for the American 757, but the others, I think we're good with the iPhone. Sorry, that won't focus on Envoy. There it goes. But yes, looks pretty good. Again, happy with it. I think it's a pretty good model, but and then wing flex, this is kind of good perspective, but as you can see, that's pretty rough. But outside that, great model, really happy with it. Let's proceed into the United. Next in line right here, we have the United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 by Gemini jets. Super happy they did this model. This flies to Dallas and Phoenix all the time, and it's just a beautiful airplane. I've been really wanting to get these for a long time. It's going to be absolutely beautiful airplane. Again, I think the iPhone's doing pretty well. It'll carry us for the finishing of this unboxing, so let me know what you guys think. But here we go. Gemini jets made for collectors by collectors. Here's the United Airlines aircraft, Boeing 737 MAX 8. That is definitely purple, which is pretty interesting. I don't know what's going on with that, but hey, what can I say? And I can actually scoot up now since it's on the iPhone because I can actually see what the heck's going on. Sorry about the focus. Again, this is not my favorite filming technique, but it's a pretty good quality camera, especially for a darn phone, so I'm not complaining. I could have brought out the camcorder, but what can I say? Again, pamphlet, there's nothing unique by any means. And here's the aircraft. I have seen some engines coming detached, have seen some odd things with this aircraft, so we'll see what this one encompasses, but I did only decide to get one. I think one's plentiful for what we're doing here. And yeah, with all that said, really nice color right there. Reminds me of the NG one, it's pretty similar. Engines are good, wings are good, horizontal stabilizers are good. Yeah, oh, no crooked engine either. That's really nice, very lucky. Alrighty boys, so here's the United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. So weird filming on a phone, but hey, what can I say? Sometimes you gotta improvise in life. So this plane's looking really good. I'm really happy with this. Let's take a full in-depth look here, guys. Okay, again, guys, sorry that the quality's not the best. Zooming in on iPhone is definitely not where it's at, but with all that said, let's get started. Right here, we have the cockpit windows and the nose cone. This looks really good. Then we have some nice detail right here, an E-top 737 MAX. It should say something like that. I'm not sure if that color is supposed to be there, but regardless, it still looks pretty good. Here's the nose landing gear, Star Alliance logo, L1 door, sorry about that. And the height is a little tilted up, which is unfortunate, but still looks pretty good. Here's the the cockpit windows, and I feel like there's some debris up there. There was. L1 boarding door, and then we have the livery coming down through here. Adding some nice evos to the collection today. This is really nice. United Airlines billboard titles, the shade's a little bit different from this one. Why, I don't know. That's something that NG definitely has locked up. Why Gemini can't do it, I don't really know. But as you can tell, nearly identical shade. Very nice comparison right there. But I think it's supposed to be the same. Regardless though, still nice. Here's the billboard titles, like I said. Here's the engine. These are, I don't know, I'm uneducated. CFM Labs 1B. So Labs are also on the A320neo family. So it is really cool to see this here for the 737 MAX as well, from the CFM version, I guess, if you want to call it that. Here is the very nice main landing gear, really good detail along with the aerials as well. Here is the Max winglet. This is also really nice, putting that in the focus as well, along with the wing detail. This is really good, not bad. And if you guys ever want to film unboxing with the iPhone, it's definitely possible. Go for it. I mean, you guys are seeing this. This is fairly good quality. I wouldn't say it's the best thing I've ever seen, but it's really nice. Here is the SATCOM box, also looking good, and there's some nice wing detail as well. Antenna right there, November 27251. Then we have the door back here along with the United Airlines tail.
Very glad to see Gemini getting back to some United mainline. As we know, it's been a good long while since they've done United mainline. February 2020 with the Airbus A319 was the last time they've done United mainline in any livery. There's a little bit of the rocket ship I was talking about. That's just a typical MAX defect. But outside of that, really, really nice aircraft. I'm really happy with this. Here is the top of the aircraft. Sorry that it kind of got out of the light, but really nice. Let me know what you guys think about the iPhone. I don't think I'm going to switch by any means, but it's definitely a good alternative if something goes wrong, like my camera battery. So really nice model right here. Well done, Gemini. Really happy with it. With that said, we're going to proceed into our next aircraft. Next in line right here, we have the United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the Continental retro colors. It even says Continental on it. It's pretty much a Continental plane. I mean, as you can see, really nice. But here we go. Boeing 737-900. We have the Continental Airlines. Here's the logo right here. NG models, November 75435. All the good details. Really nice design. I really like this. This is really cool. I bet NG honestly thought this was a Continental plane, which honestly I wouldn't blame them. I mean, it literally is. There's no deviation to see that, hey, this is a United aircraft. I think they labeled it United, but in all seriousness, it's pretty hard to tell. I mean, there's like no markings at all. But this is the retro livery with these split scimitars, of course. Got all the nice details throughout here. Really excited to get into this airplane. Again, I have been trying to build up my 737-900s for United. This is probably the final touch. I'll probably work on Maxes more for the future with the special liveries and such, but I'm really happy with my Evo, the old livery Eco Skies, and now Continental Airlines. I about won one of the Gemini ones with just blended winglets on eBay last year. I don't know what happened, but my bid like glitched out on eBay, so I didn't win it, but what can I say? Again, card, we'll do this at the end of the video, looking good. And with that, here we go into, that was actually a 1700, so they are definitely making progress on those cards from their Instagram posts, it sounded like too. So here's the model, looks really good, excited to get into it. Hopefully no QC issues, because obviously we've had, those Legions just were the only bad ones. Everything else has been really good for the most part. So with that, here we go with the Continental Airlines Retro United Airlines 737-900 in superb condition. Alrighty, everybody, so right here we have the United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the full flavor Continental Airlines retro colors. Really nice aircraft. I'm not regretting buying this. I could legitimately kind of get away with using it for a retro airport if I really wanted to, but obviously split scimitars and stuff and 739. But hey, really glad United's carrying the legacy for Continental. Sorry about the intervals, they're going crazy, but let's get into this. Beginning up here with the front with the cockpit windows, then we have the really cool logo. I'm not a complete expert on what livery this is name-wise. Normally, I'm fairly decent with this stuff. This one I legitimately don't know. I apologize. It's a retro one for sure. E-tops and the aircraft registration numbers. We'll get those here in a moment. It's like a 4,000 something. Here we have the stripe that comes up to the L1 door in the main lane here as well. I forgot to note that, my bad. Then we have the first class area in the really cool gray, red, blue, and white area. Here is the red antenna that looks really nice. Continental Airlines here on the top with an antenna and a beacon. When will these be 3D? We'll just have to see, but hopefully soon. CFM56 engines right here. I am a little bit of an expert on that. Here are the wings right here. Again, NG, great detail. They always kill it here. There's no debate. Here is the winglet. That doesn't really want to focus, but there it is. Looks really good. Here is the back of the aircraft area, the aft area. Here we have the red antennas, SATCOM box, another antenna. Here we have the emergency exit right there. November 75435, US flag, and then the emergency exit. We have 0435 right there as well, and then just the beautiful, as the sun brings it out, Continental Airlines logo there on the tail. Very cool font. Again, this is such a cool plane for the collection. Was it a huge need? Probably not. Was it a really nice desire and a really cool plane to add to the fleet? Yes, absolutely. So glad to have it. Beautiful plane. We'll get a nice look here at the top and bottom of the aircraft. Again, guys, let me know what you think of the iPhone. I know the audio is different, the zooming is different, the focus is different, but just let me know. Overall, I think it's pretty cool. But oh, really nice metallic down there too. Really nice job. Well done, NG. Super glad to have this aircraft. Let's get into our next one. Next in line right here, we have the United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the Continental Globe colors with the scimitar winglets. Again, guys, sorry about the intervals. That's kind of what happens in the springtime is, actually, I'm just going to show you guys since this is a longer video. So pretty much what will happen is one of these big ones will just hang out and just completely ruin the sun. But as you can tell, we're going to be good once it passes. Beautiful afternoon, though. But again, very excited to get into this aircraft. Again, I did choose to get this one because, of course, I got that Gemini Jets one on eBay for about 50 bucks. And I was really excited because, obviously, I've been wanting to get that replacement from Mass Unboxing 13 for forever. Then NG just dropped this, and I was like, NG's quality, I mean, we've seen it. It's phenomenal. You guys just saw it with that Continental retro as the sun's bringing it out. Let's do this one. So here we go. Boeing 757-200, we have the cool Continental globes right here. United CGI, United Airlines registration 41135. We have the NG logo right there, 140 scale die-cast aircraft. Now they did do an aircraft in 2019 here for the Continental 757, Continental Globe 757, pardon me. However, it was a normal winglet. This is a scimitar winglet aircraft, which honestly I'm fine with either. There's not really too much to deviate besides that little tip on the winglet. And again, I just wanted to have one of these, and who doesn't love a 757, like in all seriousness? So really excited to have this. It's gonna be a beautiful airplane for the collection. Let's get into it. So here we go. Card will be coming out here momentarily, and hopefully no QC issues. I think they've been pretty good. So card got stuck, but here it is. This item number is 8300, so fairly similar to that Continental retro. So with that, here's the aircraft inside. It looks really good. Again, first United 75, if you want to call it that, permanent one. So excited for this. Here we go. Here's the aircraft. Blue looks really interesting. Again, the light's not out right now, so maybe that's just kind of throwing me for a loop. But really like to be gentle here with the tail as we bring her out. And Continental Globe 757 has been acquired for the collection. And right here, everybody, we have the absolutely beautiful 1:400 scale United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the Continental Globe colors. Really nice to have it to a complement to the Evo blue colors that appears here in the background. These are a beautiful pair, and again, really excited to have a Continental Globe. Again, very similar to the Continental Airlines aircraft. Was it mandatory? Probably not, but is it a cool aircraft to have? I don't see why not. So with that said, let's do the review. Alrighty, beginning right here, we have the cockpit windows and then the nose cone that looks great. Star Alliance logo, here we have the L1 boarding door into the main landing, or nose landing gear, pardon me, right here as the sun's peaking. Here we go with the United Airlines billboard titles. Looks really nice. You guys have probably seen the Continental Globe colors many times. A little rough on the nose landing gear right there, but that's all right. Here we have the L2 door and the antennas that look great. Here we have the Rolls-Royce engines. Again, these are B211s, just like the previous one. Here we have the main landing gear as well. The scimitar winglet that looks really nice if it wants to focus. There we go. The other side as well. Here we have the Wi-Fi box, the antenna, November 41135, US flag, and then the beautiful Continental Globe tail. Again, really cool plane to have. Was it the biggest thing on the list? Probably not, but is it a great plane to have in the collection? Again, I don't see why not, especially when, you know, there is other choices that I could have made. I could have got like, one that I wanted recently was the Delta CRJ200. I'm complimenting it right now, or how many American 737-800s I want. And then Aeroclass has released a Continental DC-930 and that nice area right there, and United 737-200. But I thought it was a really cool plane gift for the collection. I mean, just look at it in this light. I mean, it looks beautiful. So really glad to have it. Great plane. And we're on to the last absolutely amazing aircraft. I'm going to try to switch cameras, but we'll see what happens. Let's do it.
Alrighty, back to the DSLR. Last but certainly not least, we have the absolutely beautiful 1:400 scale American Airlines Boeing 757-200 Oneworld livery in the chrome polish. So excited to get this model. As you guys know, this is one of my absolute favorites. I've had the Gemini Jets one for such a long time, and I'm so excited to add the NG Models one to my collection. What a beautiful aircraft. They did such a good job from the picture looks. Really excited to get into this aircraft. So with all that being said, everybody, let's get started. Boeing 757-200 have the really cool American logos kind of panning in and out. Member of Oneworld, the beautiful CGI. American Airlines old logo, my favorite. NG Models registration November 174 Alpha Alpha 1:400 scale. I was kind of surprised it took them this long to do it, but honestly, with how good the quality's been, I'm not too upset that they're finally doing it. They also could do the current the new livery one, which was on the same tail number. Kind of surprised they didn't do it with it, to be quite frank, but they could do that now, so hopefully they will. But yeah, with all that being said, the chrome one's the big one, so this is the one that everybody wanted. So we will be getting our 5th card here in a moment after we get to see. Boy, there it is. Oh my goodness, what a plane. And then with that, here is the 5th card. We'll be doing that right after we unbox this, and then we'll get our final look of all these aircraft because, yes, I'm really excited. So with that, here's the American Airlines 757-200. This thing's an absolute facility. Super excited to get it. Here we go. Come on, sun. I want the sun. Come on, man. Man, this thing still pops without sunlight. Oh, oh, oh. Gotta be careful because it's so beautiful. Oh, boy. Wow. And right here, everybody, we have the absolute banger to finish this video. This is the American Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the 1:400 scale chrome Oneworld livery by NG Models. There is no better way to finish off this video, in my opinion. For any aviation enthusiast, there's a good chance that you're really going to like this livery on this aircraft. I have absolutely nothing more to say besides this thing's absolutely beautiful. Let's jump into this review. Here we go, boys, beginning with the cockpit windows and then the really cool nose cone. They did do it with this one. I think it had it for a very long time, so it's all right in terms of the new livery thing, whatever you want to call it, but still absolutely beautiful. L1 boarding door, and then we have the nose landing gear right here. Don't get confused with this reflection right here. This is actually the table right here. If you can see the pencil, that reflection is just... it's crazy. I mean, it is so crazy to see how big a reflection that is. I mean, I don't know how NG did this, but it's a crazy reflection. This isn't even close to the chrome stuff they've done. Absolutely incredible. So well done here by NG. I think it's really cool. It's probably realistic of real life. So NG, however you did that, well done. Super, super cool. Member of Oneworld with the American Airlines Billboard titles. Oh, golly, they are so nice, man. Generally moving this aircraft, I do not touch the fuselage. That is against my rules. Here's the emergency exits right here that look absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, just like the Uniteds, we have the two RB11s, which is really cool, and American's Legacy aircraft. Here are the wings as well that look absolutely beautiful with the winglet too. That looks great. Main landing gear, and then here is the back of the aircraft right here. November 174 Alpha Alpha right there. Unfortunately, I never got to see this aircraft. Beautiful American Airlines tail. I did get to see the 767 and, of course, all the new livery ones, but I never got to see the 757 in the Oneworld colors. Really unfortunate because it is one of my absolute favorite liveries, but sometimes that's just how she goes. But I'm really excited to see even more in the future because it's so much fun. But here is the top of the aircraft. Again, absolutely beautiful. Just look at that reflection, guys. Incredible. Panning over to the other side right here, absolutely incredible. And then we're going to take a look here at the bottom. I know I've said absolutely incredible several times, but that's legitimately what it is. This is an absolute masterpiece. NG Models, this is an absolute unit. Thank you so much for making this. Absolutely incredible. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take you guys over to the computer. We're going to put in our collector rewards plan cards, and also interesting to note that the back shade's different, but I do have 5 cards, which is really cool. So that should equate to 50 points with the narrow bodies. That's what I've seen online, but we're going to go make my account, do all that fun stuff, and then we're going to come back and do the recap. So I won't make that too long, but obviously we want to see what we get, and then we'll be able to redeem our prizes in April and May time frame. So excited for that, but for the moment, let's head over there and then get that going. Alrighty, guys, so here we go on NG Models website. Of course, we have the new reward plan, and I have my 5 cards that I'm ready to redeem. So here's how it works. So as you can see, NG's website, as of the last month, it's been really well made over, and I really like it. It looks really cool. So here we go. So what you do is you have your retailers plan, right? Rewards plan, pardon me. You have all your tabs and such, but rewards plan is where we're going so we can redeem these scores. So here's what the panel looks like. So they're working on it. So if there's a couple of glitches, it happens, but it's actually even updated since I've looked at it. It was just the paragraph and then just the exchange. Now they've added some pictures and stuff, but here we go. So I'm going to push the exchange button. Now I have not made an account, so it says sign in. I'm going to click new to NG and sign up because I need to. So I'm going to do that right now. Alrighty, guys, so it did take a minute, but they did get me my code. So as you can tell, all blurred out, but they sent it just to my email. So, and it does say agree to use this mailbox to receive news from NG. I asked them about this annotation that I noticed on DMs because they've been killing it on DMs lately. And they told me that they plan to maybe do a newsletter and such. I know some people may be a little precautious on that. I've seen a lot of people sign up. It seems like it's all right. I'm going to go for it. Hopefully it's all right. But yeah, here we go. Create account. That's spelt wrong. Unfortunate from NG. So I'm going to do all this and blur that out. Alrighty, boys, so my account's been made. Really happy with this. So the first step is obviously to scratch off the layers of these. Then we're going to enter codes into this button here, and it's going to convert. And then in the future, it says April, May, of course. We're going to exchange for corresponding benefits, which we'll do that in a future video at some point. But here we go. So I'm going to scratch the first one off. So it is just scratch. It's not a sticker. So a question I have is I wonder how much more these will be worth if you don't use them. I'm just excited. So obviously I'm going to use them, which... it is what it is, I suppose, but I think it's worth it. So converting for our first card
And there it is for the United 737-900, 10 points with a growth value of 1. So obviously it talks about the growth value and everything. They've talked about it on Instagram and such. So the growth value I think is going to get you even more benefits. However, beginning with the, what's it called? The, I'm trying to think of what it was. The points, that's what's going to get you the immediate stuff. So our next code right here, we're going to put in, I wonder what the, I wish there was a leaderboard. That would be kind of funny, but this is so unique. I can't lie. This is super, super cool. I think this is definitely going to be a huge part of model collecting. And let me know if you guys would like to see me continue to do this. This is just, I thought it'd be cool to feature it, but if you guys think it's annoying or don't want to see it, let me know. But I'm just kind of running through this as we speak right now. But yes, again, super happy. This is super, super cool. So these codes, very unique to say the least. I'm obviously having to focus quite a bit. There's the American 757. Next code. This is 4 of 5, so 30 points. I wonder how many points it's going to be to do stuff. It's going to be pretty interesting to see. But here we go with our next one. I did not get a good capital right there. Oh, yeah, that was my fault. I clicked the wrong button. There it is. And they actually had an annotation for something that said fail, so that's interesting. Up to 40 points. And then the last, but certainly not least code right here is whatever this is. And I'm not going to say, obviously. So final code. And that is it. 50 points for me here in the NG Models base, and I have a growth value of 5. I don't know what they're going to consider good, bad, and in between, but yeah, cards have been used. Really happy with them. I didn't want to waste too much of your guys' time. Just want to show you guys how that process works so you can make your account, do this, and now I think you can probably sign out and all that fun stuff. But there it is, 50 points for me. So really cool. But with all that being said, we'll take it to the outro of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys soon.
Alrighty guys, so that will do it for Massive Unboxing 19. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Really awesome unboxing. Outside of the Allegiance, QC was really, really good, and we have some phenomenal models in here. Just kind of analyzing all these, and I actually didn't run through a Massive Unboxing 17, so let's do a similar thing here because yes, ignore those boxes in the background, my bad. Northwest, awesome asset, the only non-pre-order of this, Delta CR7. Then we have our 2 Piedmont 145s, then our Envoys. Not as bad as anticipated, but yeah. Oh, that's a mess. We're gonna have to work on that because that ain't it. Nope, that is not it whatsoever. Air Canada's looking good. Really cool asset, definitely unique. Lots of American United Deltas. So yeah, American and United absolutely killed this. United Continental Retro. Then we have the 757 in the old colors. 3 Evos. We got the Max 8 back there, looking really nice. Then we have the 737-900 and the 757-200. Then we have the beautiful chrome Oneworld American 757-200. That thing was so nice. Is so nice because it was so nice with the unboxing. I guess is what I was trying to say, but I think you guys understand my point. But yes, and then complementing that, as you guys just saw, we have our 5 cards, and yes, I did kind of change around the order. I'm doing this after I get this clip, but I want to get really nice lighting because this is a unit, man, and I'm super happy with these. Just absolutely incredible, great models right here. Again, hopefully I get some replacements for those G4s. But in terms of everything else, NG killed it, Gemini jets killed it. I mean, no complaints. We have some great regional jets in here, some cool miscellaneous ones. Of course, the B52 as well. Sorry, I forgot the B52, but the B52, really unique airplane as well. This is just a full-fledged pre-order unboxing. So yes, very happy with it. Great assets. The regional jets are great bulk. In terms of Allegiance, those are going to be beautiful for the other airports. The United's going to be great for rotation purposes. Great to get a Max 8 at long last as well. And some more 739s. Really excited about that. And 757s as well. American Retro. That thing's definitely going to be on my display shelf at college. Super happy with that. Lastly, B52, very unique airplane. So I feel like after the unboxings we previously had, this is a really cool change up just to have straight pre-orders and one Northwest RJ2, which is a cool plane as well. So yes, but next one, number 20. Not sure what's going to be yet. I've just kind of been going full-fledged. So I do know that there's going to be a lot of planes on order. Gemini jets, NG models, Aero Classic potentially. So there will be some good stuff. When it's going to be, I have no idea. Maybe sometime in April. That's kind of the plan as of right now. Again, I just kind of let them come in and then I'll go for it. Who knows? Maybe eBay heats up. We'll have to see. But for the moment, Massive Unboxing 19, absolute unit. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to check out any of my other Massive Unboxings on my channel. I do have several, so feel free to check those out. But yes, another Massive Unboxing locked up. very happy with how it went, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So with all that being said, everybody, I really hope you guys enjoyed massive unboxing number 19. My name is Redriveraviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.